Hi there, and welcome to my quiz channel. I'm Dr. Quiz. Time to test what you know. Today's topic is technology. There are 25 questions. Answer before the timer finishes, watch for the reveal, and track your score. Easy is 100, medium 200, hard 300. First question. Which company manufactures the iPhone smartphone? Take a look. A. Samsung. B. Apple. C. Microsoft. D. Google. Stay calm. No panic. I'm counting 12 seconds. Drum roll. The right one. Exactly. Apple. Apple Inc. designed and manufactures the iPhone, first announced on January 9, 2007. Samsung, Microsoft, and Google each produce rival smartphones, but not the iPhone. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Options: A. True. B. False. Sounds easy, but don't rush. You have 10 seconds. Timer starts now. Moment of truth. The answer? No doubt true. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is the standard language for creating web pages. Hypertext refers to links that connect pages, and markup refers to annotations that define structure and meaning. What type of internet connection made this distinctive sound when establishing a link? Choose A. Wi-Fi, B. Broadband DSL, C. Dial-up modem, D. Ethernet. Easy to slip up here. 20 seconds on the clock. Go. Let's check. The correct one. None other than dial-up modem. Dial-up modems produce this characteristic sequence of tones: carrier detect, handshake negotiation, and line synchronization every time they connected to an ISP over a standard telephone line. Broadband, Wi-Fi, and Ethernet are silent during connection establishment. In the browser address bar shown here, the highlighted prefix appears before a website's domain name. What does www stand for? Your options: A. Wide Web World, B. Worldwide Wireless Web, C. Web Worldwide, D. World Wide Web. A classic everyone should know. That's 12 seconds. Timer's running. Eyes on the screen. The answer? That's World Wide Web. WWW stands for World Wide Web, the information system of interlinked hypertext documents accessible via the Internet. Tim Berners-Lee coined the name when proposing the system at CERN in 1989. What type of data storage medium is shown in this photograph? What's it going to be? A. Floppy disk, B. Compact disc CD, C. Zip drive cartridge, D. SD card. Now this gets interesting. 15 seconds to think. Start. Now we find out. It's Precisely. Floppy disk. The photograph shows 3 generations of floppy disks. The 8-inch, introduced 1971, the 5.25-inch, 1976, and the 3.5-inch, 1982 formats. Floppy disks were the dominant removable storage medium for personal computers from the 1970s through the late 1990s. In what year did Apple first release the iPhone to the public? The choices: A. 2004, B. 2006, C. 2009, D. 2007. Think twice before you choose. Time, 12 seconds. Don't stall. Who got it? The answer? It's 2007. Apple released the first iPhone on June 29, 2007, following Steve Jobs' announcement at Macworld on January 9, 2007. The device went on sale in the United States exclusively through AT&T, singular, at $499 for 4 gigabytes and $599 for 8 gigabytes. What does the abbreviation CPU stand for in computer hardware terminology? Take a look. A. Central Processing Unit. B. Core Processing Unit. C. Computer Processing Unit. D. Control Processing Unit. This one trips a lot of people. I'm counting 12 seconds. No more waiting. Correct. Of course, Central Processing Unit. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, the primary component that executes instructions in a computer. The term central distinguishes it from other processing units, such as a GPU. All other options in this set are fabricated near homographs. Which of the following is the odd one out because it is a markup language rather than a programming language? Options: A. Python, B. HTML, C. JavaScript, D. Ruby. If you know it, you'll know it instantly. You have 12 seconds. Timer starts now. Cards on the table. The answer? Yes, HTML. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is a markup language that describes the structure of web content using tags. It has no conditionals, loops, or computational logic. Python, JavaScript, and Ruby are all Turing-complete programming languages capable of arbitrary computation. Which landmark personal computer model is shown in this photograph? Choose A. Apple Macintosh 128K, B. Commodore 64, C. IBM PC 5150, D. Apple II. Don't let the lookalikes fool you. 15 seconds on the clock. Go. The ones who picked it were right. Exactly. IBM PC 5150. The pictured machine is the IBM Personal Computer Model 5150, recognizable by its separate rectangular system unit, matching keyboard, and monochrome display. IBM introduced it on August 12, 1981. Its open architecture launched the IBM PC-compatible standard. JavaScript was created in just 10 days in 1995 by which programmer then working at Netscape? Your options: A. James Gosling, B. Brendan Eich, C. Guido van Rossum. D. Bjarne Stroustrup. Trickier than it first looks. That's 15 seconds. Timer's running. And the correct answer is... no doubt, Brendan Eich. Brendan Eich created JavaScript in May 1995 while employed at Netscape Communications. He reportedly wrote the first prototype in 10 days. It was initially named Mocha, then LiveScript, before being renamed JavaScript. James Gosling created Java. Guido van Rossum created Python, and Bjarne Stroustrup created C++. The terms the Internet and the World Wide Web refer to exactly the same thing. What's it going to be? A. True. B. False. For the experts, this is a warm-up. 12 seconds to think. Start. Drum roll. The right one. None other than false. The Internet is the global network of interconnected computers and networks that exchange data via TCP/IP protocols. The World Wide Web is one application layer service that runs on top of the Internet, using HTTP to link hypertext documents. Other Internet services, email, FTP, DNS, are not part of the web. Which British computer scientist invented the World Wide Web while working at CERN in 1989? The choices: A. Tim Berners-Lee, B. Vint Cerf, C. Dennis Ritchie, D. Linus Torvalds. Dig deep, the answer is close. Time, 15 seconds. Don't stall. Moment of truth. The answer? That's Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee proposed the World Wide Web in 1989 and implemented the first web server and browser at CERN by 1990. Vint Cerf co-invented TCP/IP. Dennis Ritchie created the C language and Unix. Linus Torvalds created the Linux kernel. None of them invented the web. The historical data storage medium shown here, a punched card, is one of the earliest widely used forms of digital data storage. Which sequence correctly orders these data storage technologies from earliest commercial availability to most recent? Take a look. A. Magnetic tape, punch cards, floppy disk, USB flash drive. B. Punch cards, magnetic tape, floppy disk, USB flash drive. C. Punch cards, floppy disk, magnetic tape, USB flash drive. D. Floppy disk, punch cards, magnetic tape, USB flash drive. Stay calm, no panic. I'm counting 20 seconds. Let's check. The correct one. Precisely. Punch cards, magnetic tape, floppy disk, USB flash drive. Punch cards were used commercially from the 1890s, Hollerith tabulating machines, and dominated early computing. Magnetic tape for computer data storage debuted with the UNIVAC 1 in 1951. IBM introduced the 8-inch floppy disk in 1971. The USB flash drive arrived commercially around 2000. Trek Technology, IBM Disk on Key. When a browser shows the padlock glyph illustrated here beside a URL, the connection is secured by a protocol commonly abbreviated TLS. What does the acronym TLS stand for? Options: A. Transmission Layer System. B. Trusted Link Standard. C. Transport Layer Security. D. Terminal Layer Socket. Sounds easy, but don't rush. You have 15 seconds. Timer starts now. Eyes on the screen. The answer? It's Transport Layer Security. TLS, Transport Layer Security, is the cryptographic protocol that secures communications on the Internet, most visibly used in HTTPS. It superseded SSL, Secure Sockets Layer. The current version is TLS 1.3, defined in RFC 8446-2018. In approximately what year did the creator shown here, Linus Torvalds, first publicly release version 0.01 of the Linux kernel? Choose A. 1989, B. 1993, C. 1995, D. 1991. Easy to slip up here. 15 seconds on the clock. Go. Now we find out. It's, of course, 1991. Linus Torvalds announced Linux on the Minix Usenet newsgroup on August 25, 1991, and posted version 0.01 in September 1991. The kernel combined with GNU tools to create a fully free, Unix-like operating system. 1989 is too early. 1993 and 1995 are too late. Which historic crewed space mission is shown in this NASA footage? Your options: A. Apollo 11, B. Apollo 8, C. Apollo 13, D. Gemini 4. A classic everyone should know. That's 25 seconds. Timer's running. The answer? Yes, Apollo 11. The footage is from Apollo 11, the mission that carried Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins and achieved the first crewed moon landing in July 1969. The visible references to the lunar module Eagle and to Armstrong and Aldrin distinguish it from the other missions. Which milestone in the early history of the World Wide Web happened first? What's it going to be? A. CERN put the web software into the public domain. B. The first International World Wide Web Conference was held. C. Tim Berners-Lee wrote the first web server and browser. D. The World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, was founded. Now this gets interesting. 12 seconds to think. Start. No more waiting. Correct. Exactly. Tim Berners-Lee wrote the first web server and browser. Tim Berners-Lee wrote the first web server and browser in October 1990. CERN put the web software into the public domain in April 1993. The first International World Wide Web Conference took place in May 1994, and W3C was founded in October 1994. Which of the following file formats is the odd one out because it stores audio data rather than image data? The choices: A. JPEG, B. MP3, C. PNG, D. GIF. Think twice before you choose. Time, 12 seconds. Don't stall.
Cards on the table.
The answer? No doubt, MP3. JPEG, PNG, and GIF are all raster image formats. MP3, MPEG-1 Audio Layer 3, is an audio compression format used for music and sound files. Although GIF can store short animations, it is still an image format, not audio. When Gordon Moore revised his famous observation about transistor density in 1975, he predicted that transistor counts on integrated circuits would double approximately every how many years? Take a look. A. 6 months. B. 1 year. C. 5 years. D. 2 years. This one trips a lot of people. I'm counting 20 seconds. The ones who picked it were right. None other than 2 years. Gordon Moore originally predicted in 1965 that transistor density would double every year. He revised this in 1975 to approximately every 2 years. The frequently cited 18 months figure was coined by Intel executive David House, who combined Moore's transistor density doubling with the performance gains from faster transistors to give an overall chip performance doubling time of 18 months, which is not what Moore himself stated. RSA public key cryptography derives its security from the computational difficulty of which mathematical problem? Options: A. Integer factorization. B. Computing discrete logarithms. C. Solving elliptic curve equations. D. The halting problem. If you know it, you'll know it instantly. You have 20 seconds. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is... That's integer factorization. RSA, Rivest-Shamir-Adleman security, relies on the practical infeasibility of factoring the product of two large prime numbers. Discrete logarithms underlie Diffie-Hellman and El-Gamal. Elliptic curves are the basis for ECDSA and ECDH. The halting problem is a decidability result, not a cryptographic hard problem. Use the model marking visible on this early microprocessor to identify it. Which model and data width pairing is correct? Choose A. Intel 8008, 8-bit. B. Motorola 6800, 8-bit. C. Intel 4004, 4-bit. D. Intel 8086, 16-bit. Don't let the lookalikes fool you. 20 seconds on the clock. Go. Drum roll. the right one.
Precisely.
Intel 4004, 4-bit. The C4004 marking visible on the package identifies Intel's 4004 family. The Intel 4004 processed 4 bits at a time, contained about 2,300 transistors, and became the first commercially available single-chip microprocessor in 1971. The diagram shown here depicts several autonomous systems, labeled AS1, AS2, AS3, exchanging routing information across the wider Internet. What does the acronym BGP, referring to the protocol used for that exchange, stand for? Your options: A. Basic Gateway Protocol, B. Bridge Gateway Protocol, C. Broadcast Gateway Protocol, D. Border Gateway Protocol. Trickier than it first looks. That's 20 seconds, timer's running.
Moment of truth.
The answer? It's Border Gateway Protocol. BGP stands for Border Gateway Protocol, the exterior routing protocol that governs how traffic is exchanged between autonomous systems, networks operated by ISPs, enterprises, and cloud providers on the Internet. It is often called the glue of the Internet. The current version, BGP4, is defined in RFC 4271. Which programming language was developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs in the early 1970s and became the foundation for many modern languages? What's it going to be? A. COBOL, B. C, C. Fortran, D. BASIC. For the experts, this is a warm-up. 8 seconds to think. Start. Let's check. The correct one. Of course, C. Dennis Ritchie created the C programming language at Bell Labs between 1969 and 1973, primarily to rewrite the Unix operating system. C's influence is pervasive. C++, Objective-C, Java, Go, Rust, and Python's interpreter are all built on or heavily inspired by C. COBOL and Fortran predate C, 1959 and 1957, respectively. BASIC was created in 1964 at Dartmouth. The Byzantine Generals Problem, fundamental to distributed system fault tolerance and blockchain consensus, was formally described in a seminal 1982 paper by which computer scientists? The choices: A. Turing, von Neumann, and Dijkstra, B. Knuth, Floyd, and Hoare, C. Diffie, Hellman, and Merkel, D. Lamport, Shostak, and Pease. Dig deep, the answer is close. Time, 25 seconds. Don't stall.
Eyes on the screen.
The answer? Yes, Lamport, Shostak, and Pease. Leslie Lamport, Robert Shostak, and Marshall Pease published Byzantine Generals Problem in ACM Transactions on Programming Languages and Systems, Volume 4, Number 3, July 1982. The paper formalized the problem of achieving consensus in a distributed system with potentially faulty Byzantine participants. Turing and von Neumann predated this area. Knuth, Floyd, Hoare are associated with algorithms and formal methods. Diffie, Hellman, Merkel are cryptographers. Which sorting algorithm, attributed to John von Neumann in 1945, guarantees O of n log n time complexity in all cases, including the worst case, making it preferable to quicksort for predictable performance? Take a look. A. Merge sort. B. Heap sort. C. Intro sort. D. Shell sort. Stay calm, no panic. I'm counting 25 seconds. Now we find out. It's exactly merge sort. Merge sort, invented by John von Neumann in 1945, is a divide and conquer algorithm with O of n log n time complexity in all cases. Best, average, worst. Quicksort degrades to O of n squared in the worst case, though O of n log n average. Heap sort also guarantees O of n log n worst case, but was invented by J.W.J. Williams in 1964. Intro sort is a hybrid introduced in 1997. Shell sort has complex worst case behavior. The question specifically asks for the algorithm attributed to von Neumann in 1945, which uniquely identifies merge sort. Quiz complete. Drop your final score in the comments, then challenge someone who claims they know everything.